What if I told you the latest trailer for the Cheese Season 7, Episode 8 just dropped, and it's one of the most shocking things you'll ever see? Fans are freaking out, and for good reason. In this leaked footage, we see a dramatic moment that's got everyone talking. Jake might have been shot. But is it real? Or just another twist in the drama-filled world of the Chi? Let's break down the trailer and dive deep into what this could mean for Jake, the streets of Chicago, and the future of the show. Asterisk before we dive into the heart-stopping details of the leaked trailer, let's take a moment to remember where we left off in the Chi. In Episode 7, we saw the usual chaos and heavy tension that makes this show so intense. Jake, now deeply involved in the street life, has been walking a fine line between survival and the possibility of a better life. He's been torn between his loyalty to his family and his own dreams of escaping the violence of Chicago. But that's easier said than done when you're wrapped up with characters like Douda, who's got his hands in every shady deal in the city, and Trig, who's trying to do right by his community, but is constantly dragged back into the mess Jake's been. Caught in the middle of it all, trying to figure out his next move. He's become a symbol of the struggle between choosing to get out or staying loyal to the streets that raised him. Asterisk in this episode, we also saw Kevin, Jake's brother, start to show more responsibility. He's grown a lot since we first met him, and that's definitely going to play a huge part in what happens next. But with the city's underworld getting more dangerous, can Kevin really protect Jake if things go south? Asterisk Emmett, always trying to balance his business and personal life, faced his own challenges. Between his restaurant and the pressures of family life, Emmett's been struggling to keep everything together. This episode didn't pull punches. The stakes for every character were higher than ever before, and the world of the Chi was definitely feeling the heat. Asterisk, but even with all of this happening, the biggest question on everyone's mind was, what's next for Jake? And in the leaked trailer, we get a glimpse of what's to come, and it's a game changer. Asterisk, you ever see something for just a second, and it sticks in your mind like it was burned there. That's exactly how fans felt after seeing the leaked trailer for the Chi Season 7, Episode 8. It's fast. It's chaotic, and it might be the moment everything changes. The trailer doesn't just hint at trouble, it screams it. Let's break down what we saw frame by frame, and why people are saying Jake might not make it out of this one. Asterisk, the first few seconds are already intense. We hear a voice muffled, panicked, shouting in the background. The screen is dark. Then we see a flash of red and blue lights bouncing off a brick wall. There's yelling, tires screech, a figure runs across the screen, but the shot cuts. Too fast to be sure who it is, but then the moment that's driving everyone wild, a gunshot. Loud, clear, and chilling. The screen goes black. Asterisk next. We see Jemma, Jake's girl, standing in the middle of the street. Her face is pale, like all the blood just drained out of her. Her mouth opens to scream, but we don't hear anything. The trailer cuts the sound right there, making it even more haunting. Is she looking at Jake? Did she just witness him get shot? That one silent shot of her could say everything. Or nothing at all. Asterisk, then we get a brief look at Kevin. He's pacing in a hallway, running his hands through his hair. He's angry, maybe crying. His voice comes through in a voiceover they keep taking from us. But we still hear. What is he talking about? Did he just lose someone again? That quote has fans wondering if he's reacting to Jake being hurt, or worse. Asterisk, and then comes Emmett. This part of the trailer is fast but powerful. We see him sitting in his car. The rain's pouring outside. He's got blood on his shirt. His hands are shaking. Now, here's where it gets real crazy. We can't tell if that's his blood or someone else's. Could Emmett have been there when the shot happened? Was he trying to help? The trailer gives just enough to make us ask 100 questions, but no answers. Asterisk, one more frame everyone is talking about. A body on the pavement. We only see it for a split second, but it's enough to cause chaos online. The body is wearing what might be Jake's jacket, the same green and white one he's been wearing all season. But here's the thing, the camera never shows the face. It cuts away too quickly. It could be Jake, or it could be someone else entirely. That's the brilliance of this trailer. It shows you just enough to make you think you know what's coming, but leaves enough out to keep you guessing. Asterisk, and that's not even the end of it. The last thing we see, a text message popping up. On a phone screen, it reads, "He knew too much." That's it. No name, no sender, but it gives this whole trailer a darker, more dangerous feeling. What did Jake know? Who wanted to keep him quiet? And who sent that message? Asterisk, this trailer is doing exactly what it was meant to do, send fans into a frenzy. Is Jake really the one who got shot? Or is this another fake out by the writers to build tension? Either way, something big is coming in episode 8, and based on this trailer, no one is safe. Asterisk, there's something haunting about watching a kid grow up on screen and still feel like you couldn't protect him. That's Jake. We've seen him laugh, fight, fall in love, lose people, and carry weight on his shoulders no kid should ever have to. And now, with that one chilling moment in the trailer, that possible gunshot, it feels like everything we've watched him survive might be catching up to him. Asterisk, Jake isn't just another character on the Chi. He's the heart of a story that's always been about growing up in the middle of chaos. From the very beginning, Jake was that little brother just trying to keep up, just trying to find his place. His oldest brother Reg was deep in the streets and ended up paying the price for it. Then came Trig, trying to step in and do things right, trying to be the role model Jake never had. But by then, Jake had already seen too much. Asterisk, he grew up fast, maybe too fast. While other kids were worrying about school dances and video games, Jake was watching his friends get locked up or laid out. He learned early how to move quiet, how to keep secrets, and how to trust almost no one. But he also had heart. He's the kid who stood up for his friends, the one who always looked out for Kev, even when they didn't see eye to eye. The one who held it together when the world was falling apart. Asterisk, but as the seasons went on, we saw something shift in Jake. He started getting pulled in. The money, the power, the respect. It's the same path that took Reg and nearly took Trig. And now, with Data back in the picture, it feels like Jake's standing on the edge of something he might not walk away from. That's what makes this trailer hit so hard. It's not just about whether Jake got shot. It's about why someone might want him gone. Asterisk, let's be real. Jake knows things. He's seen behind the curtain. He's been around Data long enough to understand how deep the dirt goes. And if he's starting to pull away, if he's thinking about flipping sides or disappearing, someone out there might not want that. The message in the trailer, "He knew too much," could easily be about Jake. Or maybe it's a warning to someone else. Asterisk, what's wild is how this moment mirrors what happened to Reg. Another brother, another street soldier taken down. Once he became too much of a threat. Is Jake next in line, or is this the moment where the cycle finally breaks? Asterisk, and let's not forget Jemma. She's been Jake's anchor for a while now. But even she's seen the changes in him. In recent episodes, she's begged him to slow down, to think bigger, to not let the street define who he is. That look on her face in the trailer, the scream, the silence, it could be the moment her worst fear comes true. Or maybe, just maybe, it's the moment Jake makes his biggest move yet. Asterisk, there's a chance this is all part of something bigger. A setup, a plan, a fake out. Jake's always been smart, street smart. Maybe he's the one playing the game. Now flipping the script and making people believe he's out, so he can get out for real. Asterisk, but the trailer doesn't let us breathe long enough to decide. That's the genius of it. It brings us face to face with Jake's past, his choices, and the danger he's standing in right now. Whether he survives this episode or not, one thing is clear. Jake's story is about to hit its most dangerous chapter yet. Asterisk. The screen fades to black, a single gunshot, a body drops. And then nothing, no answers, no names. Just that cold, cryptic message. He knew too much. If you've been watching The Chi from the beginning, this isn't just another cliffhanger. This is war, and fans across the internet are already doing what they do best, decoding every frame, every shadow, every pause in the trailer to figure out, is Jake really gone? Or is this the biggest fake out the show has ever pulled? Let's talk theories, because the streets of Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok are full of them. The most popular one right now, that the body isn't Jake, but someone close to him. A few fans pointed out that the jacket on the body might be similar to what Papa wore in an earlier episode. Could this be a misdirect? Could the writers be setting us up to panic about Jake, only to deliver a twist we didn't see coming? Another theory is a bit darker, and honestly, kind of believable. Jake did get shot. But it was part of a setup, not to kill him, but to scare him, or silence him. Maybe Dowda found out Jake was thinking of flipping sides, or planning to lead the life. And in Dowda's world, that kind of decision doesn't come without punishment. A warning shot, or worse, a staged hit to make him disappear for a while. Remember, Dowda is calculated. If Jake was getting too powerful, too aware, or too unpredictable, he could easily become a threat. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some fans are convinced this entire trailer is a dream sequence. Yeah, a dream. Or maybe a nightmare. Think about it. The silent scream from Jemma, the shaky hands of Emmett, Kevin's voiceover sounding more like grief than narration. Could this be a vision of what might happen if things keep heading down the wrong path? Maybe this is Jake seeing his possible future, a wake-up call before it's too late. Shows like The Chi have played with time, memory, and trauma before. This wouldn't be the first time. There's also a wild but growing theory that Jake fakes his own death to escape everything. Maybe Trig and Jake come up with a plan to vanish from Dowda's world for good. That message, he knew too much, could be something Jake planted himself to throw off whoever's hunting him. It sounds far-fetched, but in a world where loyalty can get you killed and secrets are worth more than money, faking your death might be the only way out. And then there's the worst-case theory, that the trailer shows exactly what it looks like. Jake shot and bleeding, left behind by the city he tried to survive. No twist, no dream, just tragedy. If that's the case, The Chi is about to take its most heartbreaking turn yet. But that's the thing about this show. It doesn't glamorize the violence. It shows what happens when people don't get out in time. If Jake dies, it won't be just for shock. It'll be a statement, a warning. A mirror held up to the real Chicago streets. But still, something about that trailer feels off. It's too dramatic, too perfectly edited. And knowing the way the writers build suspense, it wouldn't be shocking if the gunshot wasn't even connected to Jake at all. Maybe it's another storyline we haven't even seen coming yet. So what happens next? Episode 8 could go in 100 different directions. Jake could wake up in a hospital. Jemma could seek revenge. Kevin might go off the rails. Emmett could finally stand up to Dowda. Or maybe, just maybe, this is the moment where everyone realizes that survival comes at a cost. And no one walks away clean. What we do know is this: the trailer has done its job. Fans are talking, theories are flying, and the wait for episode 8 just got a lot harder. Whether Jake lives, dies, or disappears, this is the turning point. And the streets of The Chi will never be the same again. Some moments on The Chi don't just move the story forward, they change everything. This leaked trailer for Season 7, Episode 8 is one of those moments. Whether it's real, staged, or a nightmare vision of what could be, the message is loud and clear. No one is untouchable anymore. Jake, the little brother we watched grow up in the shadows of Chicago's violence, might be the next name we say with heartbreak instead of hope. Asterisk, but the question remains, was this his fate? Or his final move? Asterisk, every frame in that trailer was a warning. Every silence was louder than words. Jemma's scream, Kevin's breakdown, Emmett's blooded hands, it's all leading to something. And whatever episode 8 brings, the impact will ripple far beyond Jake. If he falls, everything unravels, friendships, families, street politics, all of it. If he survives, then war is coming. Either way, the city won't be quiet after this. Asterisk, and maybe that's the point. Maybe the G is holding a mirror up to all of us, showing what happens when young black boys carry burdens too heavy in worlds that don't give them space to breathe. Whether Jake lives or dies, what this trailer really shows is that survival in the Chi doesn't come free. It comes with scars, losses, and hard choices. Asterisk, so what now? Asterisk, you've seen the trailer. You've heard the theories. You've felt the tension. Asterisk, now it's your turn.